A lot of the work that I do is out in the field because I work with free-ranging wildlife, so that means we have to go out there and trap them, get our hands on them so we can collect samples. Probably one of the scariest things I ever encountered was while I had a very high fever and I was taking a nap against a tree in Costa Rica. I was monitoring a watering hole because we were keeping track of the animals that were using this water hole. And I was a little bit delirious, leaning up against this tree, and I had my legs out extended in front of me. And I heard this rustling in the leaves, and when I looked up, there was the biggest Bushmaster I have ever seen. It was almost 6 feet long, and it was quite wide, probably about this wide. The Bushmaster is one of the most venomous snakes in Costa Rica and the one that causes most deaths. They are substantial snakes, and it was holding its head quite above the grass, or not the grass, but the leaf litter. It had no idea that I was there because I was perfectly still until it got to about 6 or 12 inches from my leg. And then, if snakes could have eyebrows, it sort of went, oh, and took off. It smelled me for a second with its tongue, it flicked its tongue at me, and then it took off. And I don't know who was more scared, me or that snake. I'm pretty sure the snake. I think over the years that I've been doing wildlife work, I've learned to prepare as much as possible so that we don't place ourselves into situations that are dangerous. A lot of what I do involves training and educating other people, and so I have to think about their safety. It is rare that I'm going to be in a situation where I feel like we're not going to have the ability to get out and control what we're doing. Having said that, I mean, I do spend a lot of time at night working in the forest. There is a good possibility that you can step on a venomous snake. That happens. We have had that happen in South Georgia. We wear specific gear to be sure that if that happens, we're not going to get injured. When I work in Costa Rica, there's always a possibility of a large cat. I had a situation where we were climbing up the side of a hill carrying backpacks and tackle boxes, and I got to the top of the hill. I put my tackle box down, I raised myself over the hill, and I was literally like 6 feet away from a mountain lion that was just laying there. And I kind of slowly backed down, and I turned to my colleague and I said, oh my God, there's a big cat sitting right there. But it's not like the movies, right? So that cat's first response isn't gonna be, well, let me just throw myself over the hill and attack this person. In fact, its response was simply to get up and start moving away. And when we decided, when we collected ourselves and looked back again, sure enough, all you could see was the cat's tail like moving through the forest. And I consider myself lucky to have had that opportunity. We've ran into ocelots at night, and again, the same thing, they just get away from us. So I'm not concerned. If anything, I'm thrilled and I'm excited when I get those opportunities. Nature is my religion, so I really love spending time out there and observing, and I feel like I will spend my entire life looking at wildlife and observing nature and never be able to discover all of the wonders that it can offer us. And it's so incredibly recharging for me to spend time out there. Anytime that I'm out there, I'm more thrilled and excited than I am ever afraid. And my relationship with the animal kingdom is one of absolute adoration and admiration. I mean, there's not a time that I don't go out in the forest that I don't learn something new. And part of being a professor is the fact that I get to share that with my students, and that those things that maybe I saw for the first time 20, 25 years ago, now I get to see someone else's face the first time that they see it. So if I take them out and I show them at night and I flash a light inside of a log and there's this giant bird-eating tarantula, all of a sudden the students are like, whoa! And I'm like, I remember that feeling the first time that I saw a tarantula, and I get to relive it, and I get to kind of get all their excitement, and it's wonderful to see that, to see a whole new group of people doing that.